All right, everybody that's been waiting on YouTube, thanks for joining us. There you see our tournament director, Cassie Hannon, president of H5G Brands, as we're ready to battle for the stepladder. Loser of this two-game total pin match will receive $1,400. Second place today, $2,000. Top prize, $5,000. And each team member of the winning team will receive a H5G full custom jersey. So great support from H5G for this event. I'm $2 Phil Brylo. Thanks for coming back and joining us. For those of you that have been waiting, glad to have you on board. If you have any questions, I'll try to keep an eye on the chat on YouTube and the comments on Facebook as much as possible here during the stepladder, as I'm a one-man crew here. So my eyes will be going in all different directions. So for Team Ewig, the lineup unknown as of yet, but the roster is Jeremy Wolf, Andrew Ewig, Chad Svensson, John Shallow, and Devin Boak. For Team Pollock Pro Shop, rosters Colin Smith, Dan Marazzo, Eric Pollock, Benji Martinez, and Cam Crow. We've seen Cam Crow in the anchor spot all day long. We've seen John Shallow in the anchor spot all day long for their respective teams. I don't see that changing. It's just where the other four players in the lineup will end up finding themselves. Now for our top seeds, Team Beres, also known as H5G Brand / Red Carpet Lanes. They mixed up the roster all day long. If somebody had a hot hand, good luck, that bowler was in the anchor spot. So three different anchors during the Baker competition, whether it was during the qualifying round or during the match play round. And that roster for Team Beres is Matt Hibbard, Dave Beres, Andy Mills, Chris Pearson, Chad Moss. In this match, Team Ewig will have lane choice on where they want to start and then finish in this match. They'll bowl one entire game on one lane, then switch lanes on the pair. Then once this match is complete to open our stepladder, we will have a pair switch over the 9 and 10. And then Team Beres will get some practice on that pair. Team moving over will not get practice. And it looks like we're going to be underway after a quick fix of lane 8. Let's get a close-up look of Colin Smith having a beverage. There's the teams looking to get ready. Cassie Hannon talking to Eric Pollock, owner of Pollock's Pro Shop. That's the problem. Sometimes you get a lot of bodies and low ceilings, and my camera doesn't know what it wants to focus on. Try to give you another look as we go along this round, but, you know, can't just holler at these bowlers, hey, get out of the way. And we're almost ready to get underway here. With our first game of this 2-game total pin stepladder match. There's the fist bumps between everybody. And it looks like Team Pollock will be on the left lane. Team Ewig will be on the right. As we will get underway here, and it looks like Dan Marazzo will start things off here for Team Pollock. Andrew Ewig will start things off here for Team Ewig. And a great toss by Marazzo to put that opening strike on the board. Ewig to the line, gets it to scramble the rack. And a pair of strikes to start off this opening stepladder match. Four pin for Smith. And Wolf goes high. Smith with the cover. Once again, glad we got a couple of camera angles for everyone here. As Wolf gets the cover as well. Over to Benji Martinez. Well, you'll see the ball after it gets past the arrows. As will something get over the 10? No, it does not. Yeah, let's see what Svensson can do here. Try to get his team an early 1-pin advantage. Every pin counts, no doubt about that. Wow, and the pocket 6. My goodness. That was the roughest pocket 6-pin I've seen in my life. Wow. Unbelievable. We'll pull the replay on that one later. My goodness. I mean, the 3-pin just went straight back. The 3 went straight back and barely touched the 6-pin. My goodness. So unusual. At least it happened at a point in a match where it's not a tide turner. It's not a huge momentum changer. Sure, it could be a double if the next bowler up spares. After Svensson, but my goodness, that was not deserved. Here comes Pollock into your picture, 4th frame. Oh, and solid 8s. A little too tight in the pocket. Oh, and then Svensson lets it get away. Oh, see, that's the momentum changer you don't want to give. Oh, you get hosed and then you give it away. That's just painful. Book here. For Team Ewig, 4th frame. He's had kind of an all-or-nothing look for a while, and lucky to get 9 on that shot. Pollock looking for the single pin, covers it up. the cover by Boak. Keeps them within 10. Once again, this is 2 games, total pins. Not surprised to see these 2 gentlemen at anchor for the teams. They've been there all day. Cam Crow. For Team Pollock. You hear him say, come on, and he gets it. Shallow. Looking to match Crow's strike to stay within 10. A lot of loft on that one. Ooh, and the ball burns off a little too much. We're not going to call that a solid 8. I don't think anybody would call that a solid 8, to be honest. Comes Marazzo into your picture. There's the ball on lane 7. And Marazzo needed the 68-foot lane on that shot. Fortunately for Dan, every lane in this bowling center is USBC 60-foot standard. And a good thing for Marazzo is that he was working on Crow's strike, so no count lost. Shallow with a little footwork issue. Covers it up. Ooh. And Marazzo with the open frame. Ball never even thought about getting all the way across the lane. I guarantee you if he would have moved 2 boards left on that, he would have hit the 2-pin on the left side. As burned out as this is. Ewig. 6th frame for his captained team. 6 almost gets to the 10. Not quite. Colin Smith stepping up lane 7. There you see him on the left side of your screen. Stares it down. Wow. I think he thought that was better till about 45 feet. As we said, ladies and gentlemen, if somebody were to get out here and actually shoot a .240, .250 game, it'd be almost unbeatable in a 2-game match. I mean, to get another team to make up enough pins. These lanes are not easy at this point. Sure, we shot 3 300s earlier in the day today. Andy Mills is one of those 300 bowlers you'll see on our Dave Barra's team coming up in the championship match. The other ones being Kevin McCune and Tristan Albrecht. Oh. That's what happens. You're trying to counter getting the ball down lane far enough and saving energy, but then it bleeds too much energy in the process. No hitting power. And then you get the weak 10. Martinez, 8th frame. That's doing the job on the 10. Great cover there by Wolf. Keep his team up by 3 pins. And Svensson with a little chance for redemption here. I mean, let's be honest, that pocket 6-pin's so bizarre. In the 3rd frame, but then to give it away on the single pin miss. You know he's looking for a little redemption on this shot. Set your last 2 players up to get in for a big finish and maybe get a 10 or 20 pin lead out of this first game before you switch lanes. But first, Pollock, 9th frame. Curl it in. I'm not sure what got to the 7 there. Definitely wasn't the 4-pin. Could have been the 2-pin off the 8. Svensson. There's a little redemption. Yeah, you can tell that six-pin's still cooking in the back of his mind a little bit. So Team Pollock can still get to 212. Team Ewig, 215. Cam Crow, first ball of the 10th. Comes high, and wow, I thought he was going to go from having a 4-7-10 to having a strike. Devin Boak here at foundation frame. Ball change. Great ball change. There you go. That's the way to talk it over with the team. And now John Shallow can step up here and get Team Ewig out to a solid advantage. Just enough on the spare for Crow. I don't know if Shallow's going to wait for Crow to throw the fill shot first or. No, maybe. He's checking the rack. And maybe that's what could have happened to Svensson. Maybe the 3-pin's a little tight and back. If the 3-pin's a little tight to the head pin and a little farther back off the spot, that could cause that pocket 6-pin that happened. That could be a little gamesmanship going on here as well. Shallow takes a second look at the rack. Maybe that pin was a hair tight, that 3-pin before the re-rack. Give you a little closer look at Shallow's shot. Is he going to roll them all? Not quite. So we're going to have ourselves a match within a couple of pins here. Assuming that Shallow doesn't miss a 5-pin and neither player throws a fill shot in the ditch. Oh, my. Oh, my. Yikes. I thought I just heard Shallow say, I have to buy the whole bowling alley. So 191 for Team Pollock. $182 for Team Ewig, so 9 pins the difference. Maybe that's the kick in the ass that gets Team Ewig going. Marazzo starts with a strike. Ewig matches. Second frame for Smith. Oh, blower 7. trouble. 2-8-10 for Wolf. And the open frame, and now Team Ewig getting themselves in a world of hurt early. Martinez coming through the crowd here. Third frame. Comes high, and that sleeper 9-pin is going to not be a treat. Svensson makes it happen. Double here would be huge for the comeback attempt for Team Ewig. Once again, Team Bears. Wow. Now it's really huge. There you see the teammates talking to Devin Boak, and I think he's going to take a re-rack. The teammates saw something that Devin didn't. 2 re-racks per game allowed by tournament rule. Let's see what Eric Pollock can do here. Try to get his team back on track. Oh my, that's the guy going to hold? Yeah, that just looked right out of the hand, and Team Pollock staring at back-to-back opens. Boy, you talk about a huge shot here for Devin Boak. Up on the toes. Yeah, timing. Tried to give it too much. It's a makeable. It's a lot better of a makeable than what he's seeing his opponent having to look at right now. But yeah, a chance to get his team back in the lead. Now they're still going to be behind in the match, even with an open frame here. Hey, hey. Ooh, real close. Oh, all the way across the face. See what Cam Crow can do here. See the teammates standing intently behind Crow. And that comes high. And that's not the break you're looking for. Leaving the baby split. The shallow strike here gets his team in the lead. Actually, Andy Mark gets his team in the lead. Thanks to the back-to-backs by Team Pollock. Does he like it? He liked it, but a little overreaction on the back end. Oh, and Crow barely tickles him down. I think Shallow's going to pay a little more attention on this spear than before. Wow. Missed the 5-pin in the 10th frame last game, and that one was exactly a gimme. Take a peek here. 6th frame for Marazzo. Team down by 4 pins. Oh, right in the meat of that 4-pin. Now it's up to Ewig to match. Once again, Team Bears waiting in the wings. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought that was going to creep higher. He took just enough off on the bottom. Great toss there by Ewig. Smith out of the crowd of teammates. There you see him go. And that needs help. A lot of 9. And now a chance for Jeremy Wolf to stretch the Ewig advantage. 4 can turn into 14. Wolf likes it. Yes, indeed. Take the lead out to 14 for Team Ewig. And Smith with the cover. Doesn't give away any pins. Svensson there can make it 24. Here comes in the left side of your screen. Oh, just a little too high. And Martinez is saying, why use the full approach? Only need 3 steps. Trying to keep his team within 12. Comes high. So 15 now your difference. Spear here obviously next, that down to 13. Oh my. Oh my. Did not expect that. 17 pin advantage now. And Devin. Volk should be happy. That's just 7 right there. So 180 maximum for Team Pollock. So I put a target score of 190 on the board for Team Shallow. So a spare here by Boak. Good count and a spare and good count by Shallow. And they'll advance to the championship match. And they won't even need that now. There's 170 now in the max. Spare here is huge. There you go, just enough for the 3-pin. And fill the frame for Shallow. And that team will advance. Yeah, 9 out's not enough. 9 out would be 171. Or pardon me, 181. Hey, look at this. Yeah, that is enough. Come to think of it, there we go. 181. That gives them 363. Most that Team Paul can get here is 361. Yeah, 170, 191, 361. So once again, bowling math. So Team Ewig will advance.
Is this on TV? No.
Makes it that time. Chad Moss, a few pairs down, had his hand in the air that time. So there you see the handshakes. So we're going to move over to lanes 9 and 10 for the championship match. So it's going to be Team Barras against Team Shallow, or Team Ewig, I'm sorry, for the championship. That match coming up after practice on 9 and 10. We've got a little housekeeping to do here, but hey, do yourself a favor. If you got a few minutes right now, don't want to watch practice or double tab, open up a new Facebook tab in your browser and check out the effort that Riviera Lanes is putting on right now down in West Dallas. They are streaming the West Dallas Christmas Parade. Glad to be working with Donnie Doherty and his volunteers at Riviera Lanes, putting that particular live stream on for the Christmas Parade. So if you don't watch it now, watch it after we're done here at Sussex Bowl. But take 5 minutes, put a little Christmas cheer in your life, and come back for the championship match.
The finals are on 9 and 10. Each bowler has an option to take 2 balls on each lane.
Can't wait to watch that over again.
John Shallow came over. He just thanked me for making sure we caught that 5-penny flagged in game 1 of that championship match on camera. I'm like, hey, man, I couldn't cut away. There was no way. I had 2 cameras. They were both focused on you. I'm sure it's going to help him feel a little bit better going into the championship match, knowing that he made a big mistake like that and got away with. So Team Bears got themselves in the top seed when in their final match of the round-robin match play fired a 279 opening game. The past two other teams get themselves in the top spot, so they're guaranteed at least $2,000 in this match for second place. But everybody's shooting for the big $5,000 first place prize. And once again, this will be a 2-game total pin match. I have to see if there's any lineup changes for Team Ewig. And honestly, couldn't tell you the lineup that Team Bears might put out there. They've changed their lineup several times throughout the day today. So, a few more shadow balls here. We'll be underway for our championship match. Thanks to everyone who's joined us today here from Sussex Bowl. There you see Svensson and Shallow from Team Ewig talking over angles and strategy and such. This pair was not used during the match play round. However, it was used all the rest of the day, so it's well burned. As you can see, look at that angle from Shallow. 3 steps in front of the ball return. And he hits the hole. And I'm sure when Andy Mills is on that right lane, he'll be in front of the ball return. I'm sure we'll see a couple other players in front of the ball return. So practice is now complete. We'll see what happens with lane choice here. Team Bear is the top seed. They have lane choice. There's no real, other than comfort factor, this isn't like TV where, the left lane always finishes first and the right lane, left lane starts the match and then finishes last or anything like that. This is tournament live streaming. It's a free-for-all. Looks like Team Barris is going to take the right lane to start with as we see the teams switch, and it'll be Team Ewig starting on the left lane. So Team Barris probably saving that left lane for game 2 more than wanting to get out to a big lead on game 1. Then again, you never know what some teams' strategies actually are coming up with. So there we go. Chris Pearson will start things off for Team Bears. And that's a lot of 9 on that shot. Ewig starts for his namesake team. And, whoa, 7 doesn't go. That's kind of a surprise. That covered by Pearson. And Ewig's going to have to hook across the front of it. Is it going to be too much? It is. It's an early open. Count doesn't matter. They don't need to change the frame on that. The score on that. It's 9 all day, so in the opening frame. They'll just leave it. Mills, who had a 300 earlier today, gets the 10 to fall. They are right down the runway here with Jeremy Wolf. Once again, I want to thank everyone here at Sussex Bowl for hosting today, and that's trouble. 2-4-8-10. Good news is at least the 4 is there for Wolf. Give a little assistance to try to make that as compared to just a 2-8-10. Matt Hibbard, third frame. Put a double on the board for Team Bears, and maybe the strategy was let's get out to the big lead on the easier lane of the pair and then hold on for dear life. Wolf only can get 2 on the conversion attempt. And 33 pins already the difference. It can go to 43 right now with Chad Moss. I think Moss is going to let Svensson throw. Yes, he is. You see Shallow looking right down the bar reaction. Yikes. Found the front oil and the side oil early. Moss needs some help. Yikes. I mean, you can see right now, you go a little too far right early, catch some head oil and mid lane oil, doesn't want to come back as back-to-back-to-back opens for Team Ewig. And you lay it down too early, insta-friction, and you can't even hit the head pin. On the side. Wow. And not only does he chop the 1 off the 3, he chops off the 9 as well. It is not going to be a pretty championship match, ladies and gentlemen. A couple more doubles can really make a difference here. And wow. Looking at 4 opens in a row potentially for Team Ewig to start this championship match. Good thing it's 2 pins, or 2 games in total pins. Dave Barris, makeable. That's huge at the moment. While your opponents are taking on splits of all kinds of fashion. Not too often you see 35 in the 4th out of a team of the caliber of Team Ewig. Apologies for the shake on the cameras here. We just got fans at the tables, and the elbows are leaning, and everybody's getting into the match. I want to give you a little closer look, though, as Shallow. Well, better chance to end the bleeding with just the single pin conversion attempt. Pearson kicks the 10. And another double here for Team Bears. And it's going to be a long road back for Team Ewig, and not a lot of frames to fix the problem. Shallow puts a mark on the board for Team Ewig. Don't get me wrong, they can still get 205 on the board, but they have to strike out to do it. Great over-the-shoulder shot as Mills can't get the 10 to go. As bowling balls need to be removed from the rack. Only fit 10 out there at a time, and there's been a lot of spare ball used all day long. Here comes Ewig, 6th frame. Maybe? Oh, and then the nice bump. Is that out of range? Yep. So they'll have to get that respotted as it was swept. Crack staff here at Sussex Bowl will be all over that. Mills hooks it back that little bit to keep it on the lane. So 223 still available for Team Bears here in this championship match. And I think we're going to get a little pause here by Team Bears. Good sportsmanship. I mean, if they wanted to, there's nothing that says they can't keep bowling. And that 2-4 should be back down on the lane momentarily for Ewig to shoot at. Yeah, that is at least one good thing for Ewig. With the sweep off the lane, they will be respotted in the original position. He had those split a little bit. We're even hooking into the 2-pin. Didn't guarantee the ball getting all the way over to the 4. And there's the sweep, and we should have that 2-4 momentarily. So there it is. Hibbert will take his turn in the 8th frame. Well, he wasn't sure till that ball made the move. And when it made the move, it was flush. Uh-oh. I was not 100% sure on that one for Ewig. Take a look at Moss's body position here. That left knee just in front of the rail on the ball return. There's going to be a slight step in front of it. Fires on the lane. And the insta-read leaves the 3-6-9-10. Once again, still room for late finish here by Team Ewig, but just nobody's done anything to get him back in other than Shallow leaving that 10-pin. Oh, and Wolf rings a 10, gets it in the pocket. And yeah, any shot you make out here, strike ball, spare shot, whatever right now, it's an adventure on this lane pattern. So Dave Bears, we've seen him in second spot today, third spot today, fourth spot today. He puts himself in the anchor spot here in the championship match. As Wolf goes to make the 10-pin, and it falls off. My goodness. Two marks through 7 frames for Team Ewig. I'm sure when they get home they will not be watching the replay of this live stream. And Barris sets up the 10th frame nicely for his team. See Shallow peeking in, just trying to watch the ball reaction, trying to save something. I mean, yeah, 171 still out there for the team with the last 5. You can't get the last 5 till you get the first one. We saw Devin Bork step up last match, throw a shot in the first game of that match to keep his team close when they were down early. Needs to do that again here. Boy, if Team Ewig could strike out, even if they're down, they're still going to have the momentum on their side. Oh, just heartbreak with that solid 9. My goodness. Life isn't fair. Why should bowling be? 191 still the maximum for Team Bears. A little soft, so they'll be at 180, barring the miracle conversion by Bears, but it will still be a comfortable, not insurmountable, but comfortable lead. It'll be at least 30 pins if Shallow strikes out, or 29 pins, pardon me. So 180 for Team Bears. If you would have told that team if they would have shot 180, they'd have at least a 25-pin lead, they would have laughed in your face probably. First ball of the 10th for Shallow. Gets them all to go. Look at the amount of loft that Shallow is using at this time. Now we got a clear shot at it. Let's see what Shallow does here in the 10th frame. Watch the amount of rainbow loft on that ball. And that one just, he came out of it a little too flat, a little flyer than he wanted to. So if he spares here, they'll be down by 39 pins. Like I said, it's not insurmountable. You never know. Team Bears could find the same amount of problems on that left lane that Team Ewig found. So 141 for Team Ewig. 39 pins the advantage after one game. Teams will switch lanes on the pair here. And since this is the only match of the championship, it is game 2. Chris Pearson will start things off for Team Bears. Thanks to everybody tuning in on the 10 on the Deck YouTube page and on the $2 Phil Facebook page. As, yep, it's never over till it's over, ladies and gentlemen. And you see Shallow and Wolf definitely paying attention to what's happening for Ewig, and it's definitely going to be what happens in that front part of the lane. As Ewig gets it through the fronts, but then nothing for response on the back. Boy, if Pearson can make this here, my goodness, would that be a momentum changer? He's going to try to hook through the 2-4. No, takes the 3, gets the count. That's huge right now. And Andrew Ewig's going to need to get across the face of that head pin and not do it too much either, because he's got that sleeper 8-pin you see hiding in the back. Moves out, hooks at it, and textbook conversion by Ewig. Gets a little momentum back for his team. Drops that lead to less than 30 for Team Bears. Mills answers back. With the strike, let's see what Wolf can do here in the second frame. Oh, and then Wolf gets stiffed by a 7-pin on a light hit. Team Bears up by 29, can get back to 39 here with a double. Hibbard likes it for 57 feet. You saw the body language, where all of a sudden that ball really started to make the move back left, and he knew it was going to be too much. Wolf with the cover. And the polyester does the job for Hibbard. Keeps Team Bears advantage. At 29 in the match. Svensson can't get it to stay out. Tough peel there. And now Moss can step on the accelerator for his team, even though he's only working on a spare. You know that Big Four barely gets knocked anywhere. And it's a 1 in 1,000 chance for a conversion there, if not more. Moss steps out. Almost peeled the 10 down. Svensson's going to fire, see if he can get a lucky bounce. No, that doesn't happen. So 44 now the advantage with 7 frames remaining for Team Bears. Textbook cover. Now Bach. 4th frame. Makes it happen. It's not quite mandatory strike mode for Team Ewig, but it's getting close. Bears flush. That's up to Shallow to match. Keep the advantage down to 34. Look at how far left on the approach these players have to play this far into the event. Is it going to peel properly? Yes, it does. Don't count them out. Do not count Team Ewig out. Any error by Team Barris is just going to swing the momentum further towards Team Ewig. Hook stop for Pearson. That ball hooked 3 times in the fronts. And if Ewig can strike here, my goodness, you're going to see the entirety of his team jump up and down, I think. Is he going to hold? Oh, the 7 doesn't go. And Pearson being told by his teammates, 2-2, make sure you get 2. Because count's all important at this point. Got the 2. The lead for Team Bears still 23 with a conversion here by Ewig in the 6th, which he does. But boy, that lead could have been down to single digits if that shot would have carried for Ewig and Wolf would have followed up with another one. Andy Mills, 7th frame. Right there when he needed it. Wolf for Team Ewig at 7th frame. Trying to keep his team within 23. And he does it. Now it's up to Matt Hibbert to get the lead back out. Into the 30s. 8th frame. Oh, he asked for it to sit. And the wrap 10 says it might be Christmas time, but here's your lump of coal. Svensson double cuts that down again. Oh, and he creeps high. And you see the reaction there from the teammates. They know the frames are running out. Hibbert, great cover. So the target score right now for Team Bears is 173. If they get to 173, the worst thing that can happen is a tie. They get to 174, it's a win. So a huge shot here for Mouse. Foundation frame. Oh, a couple pins got close to that 4. And now Devin Boak. Here we go. Boak can't get the 4 to go, and it's almost over. Yeah, 201, yeah, a mark here and solid count, and this one's over. There you see Moss on it. Oh, now it's over. Barris doesn't even need count. Barris just needs to keep it on the lane. They need. Yeah, they're there already. They are there already. That's the way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. And there you see the high fives and the celebration as Team Barris is going to be your 2024 And I'm still putting the title up there anyway from what they've bowled under for a while. Even though they are Team H5G Brands when they bowl, they also bowl with the / Red Carpet Lanes moniker. So Dave Barris, Chris Pearson, Chad Moss, Matt Hibbard, and Andy Mills take home the $5,000 and the championship jerseys here from Sussex Bowl. There you see the handshakes. The celebration will start shortly. And thanks everybody for joining us from Sussex Bowl this afternoon, all day long. Thanks to Stephen Hanen here and the staff at Sussex Bowl. Thanks to Cassie Hanen and H5G Brands for sponsoring this event and bringing me in once again. Thanks for their support all season long with our live streaming, whether it's local, PBA regional, whatever it is. Parents, take the kids bowling so they'll have fun for life, and we will see you soon. Our next 10 on the Deck Productions live streaming January 5th from Four Seasons Bowling Center in Freeport, Illinois, the King Classic, the 15th annual Richie Buss Memorial Tournament. Thanks, everybody. Stay warm. Happy holidays. Take the kids bowling, parents, because you're going to have fun for life. Watch the Brew City Bowling Show Saturday mornings, 9:30 a.m. on My 24 in Milwaukee, and catch the episodes the next day on the 10 on the Deck YouTube as the cash is delivered by Cassie Hanen. Good night, everybody.